The opposition played like they meant business. We were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
Things already rolling. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I think an awful lot's going to be asked of this fella Zubamendi here. But being such a...
Havertz! Goal! Arsenal! And what a start!
The perfect show of intent. Great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So, a breakthrough already. Eze charging forward, the ball at his feet. Eze. Can he finish? And he can clear it away. Stood up well to him there. Ødegaard. Over to the right flank. And that's played in. Big chance!
Arsenal would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
And it's Eze. Oh, that's delightful.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nicked it back promptly. Kempf. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And the counter is on. Ødegaard. And here's Saka. He's beaten the last man. Timber receives it in a... Shoots! And that's in. Again, in a trice. And they are soaring. And that was as close to certain as can be.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Arsenal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up. Ødegaard! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are purring, truly purring! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Arsenal find a position of real strength now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
He's having a shot! And that's a sharp finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Clinical. Just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Arsenal are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Timber. It's Saka. Looking for options for movement. And claimed it back swiftly. Tries to play it through. He's in plenty of space here. He's found a way through. Swings it across. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Timber. Ødegaard given the lift of his goal. And it's Eze. And he's managed to get free. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Saka gets into a good position. Cleared away. And he's there to belt it away. Saliba. And it's Rice. And smartly reclaimed. Kempf. And Ramon. That's a throw. Arsenal heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Now it's Ødegaard.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Impressive jump! Oh, it rattles the bar! And that is faded wide.
He'll be annoyed with himself after that. Nothing wrong with his anticipation or his positioning.
That's really well cleared. Can he get it through? Ødegaard has it out wide and in space. Ødegaard! Strong running down that left flank. Baturina. In with the challenge. Timber has created one goal already. Now it's Saka. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Baturina. Kempf. And it's Baturina. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Ødegaard. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Arsenal really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Arsenal looking unstoppable, unbeatable, and in case you're wondering, yes, that really is the scoreline. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. That's where it came from. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Now it's Ødegaard. That's good running with the ball. Saliba for Rice. Havertz. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Saliba. And it's Ødegaard.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
He slings it in, and the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And it's Ødegaard. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. It's a pretty loose pass. Havertz takes a shot. Oh, denied at the last.
Rice probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's taking no chances there. Eze. Now, can they get him away? Real chance! It's a goal! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Great vision. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's managed to get rid. Ramon producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. There's a look up and delivers. Crossed in again. Getting up there! Sensational by Havertz! A finish of true class!
The goal scorer for Arsenal.
And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 29.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
He won't be happy with that one. Nkapuyi. Norgard. Now Subimendi. Gabriel. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Number 16.
Oh, now he can run away with it. Good claim. No margin for error there.
Number 20.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And he's intervened well there. Kempf. Not the most convincing of passes. Gyökeres. Como needed that. They really did. He's having a hit! He's put his foot right through that one.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Number 11. Number 13. Coming on the field. Number 10. Nico Pass.
That's a throw.
Number 7. Alvaro Morata. Number 3.
That has ended up in no man's land. Paz. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Gyökeres. Ramon can clear it away. And the finish! Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Gabriel Jesus. Gyökeres. This and the shot! Paz. That is good alertness. It's a really well-measured ball. Norgard. For Martinelli. Martinelli making good progress. He's in a great position here. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Norgard. Gabriel Jesus. Gyökeres. It's a searching pass. Chance, surely! And with that, the end. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. So here we are, another day of pride, pomp and polarisation as 2 tribes representing London and Manchester collide. Arsenal and Manchester United, of course, undoubtedly 2 of the most illustrious clubs in the English game, recent history perhaps notwithstanding. Whatever the stakes though, these matches are never dull, so strap in. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7, an undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. Genuinely a heavyweight contest, North against South, London against Manchester. It is tribal.
You can always count on there being something dramatic happening when these two come together. But there have been a fair share of grinds too. I'm expecting both sides to try and maximise their attacking threat, because when you look back over the years, the potency has been the big factor with these two teams, and always a hard one to call, but never far from exciting.
We're up and running then. Saliba. Saka. Timber has the space to scheme.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I've always liked the look of Mason Mount. We all know about his technique, Peter, but it's his movement off the ball, which is expected from a number 10 these days. His ability to make use of the movement around him is beginning to stand out more and more too.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Ødegaard. Arsenal appearing to have the better of things in these early exchanges. Nice looking ball. Timber gets into a good position. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Zubimendi. Turns back here, probably the best option.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Now Saliba. Rice. And it's Zubimendi. Trying to get out of a very sticky situation. And it's Ødegaard. For Rice. Knocks it out wide. Plays it in low. It's a pretty loose pass. Rice. Played out wide. And he's intervened well there.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's shifting through the gear. Obama! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
Martinelli. And Calafiori. Rice. Gabriel. And it's Rice. Martinelli. For Rice. Zubimendi. Looking to play him in. Oh, well played, well played. And the shot! Oh, good. Oh, it's fallen loose again! Harmlessly behind. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. This is a promising build-up. Shaw finding himself in space. Timber. Shaw got a long way forward to join the attack. Well read, nice interception. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Dorgu. Manchester United do have a chance to counter here. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Martinelli, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's been played through. Now it's Mount. Now it's Ahmad. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Saka. Saka. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
This possibly the last play of the half.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the whistle goes for half-time.
To the screen right now,
So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Arsenal can add a little more variation to their attack. They've developed a right-sided bias with much of the same service into the box.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. The second half is up. Real chance! Oh, it's come loose. That's going to go a long way. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Ødegaard. Now Saliba. Saka. He's a sharp little ball here.
Arsenal are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Zubimendi. Bruno Fernandes. And Mbeumo. Martinelli. And it's Rice. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Always onto this. Mbeumo. Picked out brilliantly. Arsenal can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Rice.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That'll be a throw-in.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 9, Gabriel Jesus.
Engages and forces him off the ball.
Gabriel Martinelli.
Mazraoui getting this one
Coming
clear.
on the field.
Mbeumo.
Number 14, Victor Gyökeres. Number 10.
It's not an especially good pass, that.
The attendances
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did their shot at goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Arsenal really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Brian Mbeumo. Coming on to replace him is number 13, Benjamin Sesko.
It is still anyone's game, 0-0. And it's Eze. Stood up well to him there. Mount. He's through here. He's picked his way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Zubimendi does really well to win the ball there. Rice charging forward, the ball at his feet. Šeško. And it's Rice. And that's been won straight back. Well timed, excellent interception. Arsenal perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Rice. Goes looking wide. Looking for the far post. Getting up there! He will be livid with himself.
Arsenal certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And he cuts out the supply. Zubimendi. And he's lost his man here.
Such good technique.
Out towards the flank. Now it's Eze. He's in a great position here.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Goes for a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 8.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 41, Declan Rice. Number 36, Martin Zubimendi. Number 7, Bukayo Saka.
Mazraoui is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Mikel Merino. Number 49,
Calafiori.
Miles Lewis-Skelly. Number
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a goal.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, some tackle that. Now it's Madueke.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Eze receives it in a wide position. And a header! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Maguire tries to play it through. Great chance! Oh, he's done it! Mass euphoria! Ecstasy!
The goal scorer for Arsenal.
The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Eberichieze. Eberichieze. Substitution for Manchester United, number 16.
Manchester United have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. This looks very much like a shoring up of the rear guard.
Yeah, and that's not totally surprising. The manager obviously felt his defence needed reinforcement. He can't afford a repeat.
Arsenal now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter.
And that is that. Arsenal have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Eze claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games.